It's time to talk about my June TBR, what I'm going to read, and guys, I may have made this a little bit ambitious. Hi, I'm Katie. I'm a crime and thriller girlie who branches out occasionally, and I'm here to bring you my June TBR. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're here for another video, welcome back. But yeah, we're going to talk about the books I'm going to read. Now, I may have just set myself a bit of a challenge. I go to Harrogate in July, and basically I want to try and get as many books by the authors I'm meeting. My OCD is not like, hey, you've got 2 months to do this. In my head, I'm like, I need to read this, 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 and this. So have I potentially over-optimised on top of wanting to actually read what I want to read, i.e. the Chris Carters, saying that the M.W. Craven's fine because he's at Harrogate. I'm rambling. But yeah, I think it's about time we grab our drinks, I've got my Frappuccino, and we talk about the books that I'm going to read in June. Now, I need to stop requesting arcs and forgetting about it because they're stacking up, guys. But the first book I want to talk to you about is My Sister's Secret by Jane Corrie, and this actually releases, I think, like June 18th or something, and it's in my June release video. Sorry, apparently I'm croaky today. This follows Rosie, who is the responsible sister. Amy is the free spirit. But between them lies a secret, one they've sworn to keep safe whatever the cost. When Amy confides in James, her new psychiatrist, he begins to suspect one sister is covering for the other. Instinct tells him to run, but his own dark past draws him ever closer to the two women than they to him. As cracks form in the sisters' facade, something becomes clear. Three's a crowd, and one of them has to go. I am excited to get into this. The text is reasonably sized, and yeah, it's probably going to be one of the first because I do want to get my arcs out of the way so that I can just sit back and enjoy the books that I'm reading, because I have been such a time crunch in May. You'll see with my wrap up that the majority of the month has been arcs and books I've absolutely had to read, and I felt so much pressure to read that I almost slumped in May because the arcs were not groundbreaking either. So it's not quite hit the spot yet, but yeah, that's where we're at. So that's probably going to be my first read of the month while I get my arcs out of the way. The other arc I want to talk to you about is One of the Family by Mark Edwards. Now, I have actually read a Mark Edwards. I read The Wash Trap last year as an arc, and it was okay. So I'm a bit scared. The premise of it sounds good. Patrick couldn't believe his luck when Holly fell for him. She's wickedly funny, beautiful, albeit with an intimidatingly successful father, Charles. So when she invites him to Charles's mansion for a New Year break in Scotland, all he's hoping is that they'll accept him as one of the family. But basically, one of the family is killed, one of them goes missing, and Patrick realises that one of the family might just be the killer. It does sound a bit of me, I'm not going to lie, so I am excited to get into this. This will probably be the second book I pick up in the month, just like I said, to get my arcs out of the way so that I can kind of mood read within reason. I've over-egged my TBR already, but we'll go with it. But yeah, I did also put out in my June releases video, and I'm going to put out here, Mark Edwards is at Harrogate, so I would love to read some more of his books and would love your guys' recommendations on which ones that you think I need to prioritise. I think I might have The Psychopath Next Door on my radar, but he's such a highly hyped author, and at the moment I'm like, highly hyped books are just going subpar for me, so I'm a bit worried about picking up a highly hyped book. But I'm not going to ramble too much about it. This one is on my TBR. I'll bring you my review at the end of the month. My reviews will be out probably in shorts and over on TikTok and Instagram before then if you're interested, but yeah. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, NetGalley does not fold on the formatting like they did with The Killer in Room 5 back in May. Fingers crossed, but yeah, that's the arcs out of the way at least. Now, there is one audiobook I am absolutely picking up in June, and that is Body of Lies by Jo Callahan. I have not got any other audiobooks planned for the month. I will just go with the flow with that. It might be that some of these on my physical TBR will go into being audio picks, but Body of Lies, I have listened to that whole series on audio, and it released in May, and I haven't had a minute to pick it up. So obviously I am going to pick it up. This is book 4, the final book in the Cat and Lock series, and for those that are not aware of the series, Cat and Lock are a human detective and an AI detective that are working together to solve crimes. It starts off as cold cases, and as the success of it continues, it turns into being live cases. Now, Human Remains ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, and I'm not really sure where they're going to go with Body of Lies. However, I have seen Carly read it, Michaela read it, and oh my goodness, did they love it. And I'm a little bit nervous to read it because Michaela, I'm pretty certain, said in her videos that she shed a tear. So that makes me exceptionally nervous that she might have shed a tear because I don't believe she cries at books. She can feel free to correct me. So I'm nervous, and it's the end of a series, but I have loved this series. I did not expect to fall in love with it, so thank you to Michaela for harping on about it because I've read it and completely agree. And yeah, absolutely on my radar for the month. It's, yeah. A local MP is found murdered. Beside the body is a taunting message in binary code aimed at Cat. Catch me if you can. The victim was a vocal opponent of AI. The motive looks political. Oh dear. But as Kat investigates with her partner Aid Locke, the world's first AI detective, the case spirals into something far more dangerous. And then a cyber attack takes down the national grid. I feel like this is going to be fast paced. I am itching. It's going to be literally going in my ears probably 2nd of June. I so excited to read this final book, so wish me luck because I don't know where this is going to go. Next up, and like I've said, very much Harrogate based, I'm going to pick up That Night by Gillian McAllister. So I haven't actually picked up a Gillian McAllister in a while. I've read Wrong Place Wrong Time, Anything You Say as well. I know she's had a few. Part of me wants to pick up Caller Unknown, but I don't think it's out in paperback yet. So I might see if that's available on Kindle because I'm kind of itching to do that, but I want to get some that she can sign. Now, I've heard nothing about this book. So during a family holiday in Italy, Kathy receives an urgent call from her sister. There's been an accident. Franny hit a man with her car and he's dead. Overcome with terror, Franny fears years in a foreign jail away from her child. She asks for Kathy's help. It wasn't Franny's fault, not really. She'd cover for Kathy. Will Kathy do the same for her? But when the police come calling, the lies start and the two sisters begin to doubt their trust in one another. What really happened that night? Who is lying to who? And who will be the first to crack? Good sized text. I am looking forward to this. I haven't read a Gillian McAllister in a while, and I actually really highly rate her as an author, and she is one of the talks I'm planning to go to in July, so I'm upping her on the list, and yeah. Any other Gillian McAllisters you think I need to get in? I'm setting myself quite the task saying that. I think Caller Unknown's on my radar. I've heard good things about that one, and I did like the premise of that, so I think I might try and get that on Kindle as well, even if I take that with me to the event and read it while I'm there. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this one. It's on the TBR. Next up on the list of books I want to read for Harrogate is The Kill List by Nadine Matheson, and this is book 3 in the D.I. Henley series. I read book 1, The Jigsaw Man, 3-4 years ago, I think it was now, and I absolutely devoured that book. It was one of the best books I'd ever read. I was thinking about it for months after. I do need to replace my copy because I don't think oh no, I have received it back, but it's come back damaged. I read The Binding Room, I think, was it last month or the month before? I think it was the month before. And it wasn't as good as The Jigsaw Man, but it was still good. So I'm excited to pick up The Kill List. 5 shocking murders. 25 years ago, DCI Harry Rhymes arrested Andrew Streeter for brutal murders of 5 young people. Streeter's kill list of victims was found in his home and he was convicted of all 5 crimes. Now Streeter's convictions are being overturned as new evidence implies the original investigation was corrupt. No one is more shocked than D.I. Henley because this case is personal. Rhymes was her old boss and he's no longer alive to defend himself. But when the killings start up again, Henley must face the truth. Rhymes got it wrong 25 years ago. Henley and her team reopened the original murder cases, but they must put their personal feelings aside because the real killer is still out there and he's working his way through a new kill list. Now, I am already excited for this. I think I've got this on my Kindle, so I'll probably read this on Kindle. But I love Nadine Matheson's writing, and I think there's another one after this, which I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get to. But very much looking forward to it. I really enjoy The Jigsaw Man, and this is giving similar vibes. It's giving me Sam Holland vibes as well, and a bit of M.W. Craven, a bit of Chris Carter. There's a bit of... I've just read Black Summer by M.W. Craven, and it's a similar premise, so hopefully I do enjoy it. High on my list, and yeah, I'm meeting her in July at the same time as Steve Kavanagh, so 2 very big authors to come up against. Next up, and actually trying to tackle this TBR at the same time as meeting Lisa Jewell, I want to pick up The Family Remains. Now, I think the last Lisa Jewell I picked up was The House We Grew Up In, and I unfortunately gave that 2 stars. So, wasn't the book for me, unfortunately, but I've loved a lot of her work. I loved The Family Upstairs, so this is book 2 to that. Early morning on the foreshore of the River Thames, a bag of bones is discovered, human bones. D.I. Samuel Owusu? I probably butchered that. Quickly sends the bag for forensic examination. The bones are those of a young woman killed by a blow to the head many years ago. Alongside the bag is a trail of clues which leads D.I. Owusu to a mansion in Chelsea where 30 years previously the 3 people lay dead while a baby upstairs waited for someone to pick her up. 4 deaths, an unsolved mystery, and a family whose secrets can't stay buried forever. I do love Elisa Jewell. Again, I've got this on my Kindle in a 99p deal, I think, so definitely looking forward to getting into it. It's Elisa Jewell, and it's finally ticking one off on my TBR. I've not touched this TBR for a couple of months, and I need to, because my plan is to get this tackled by the end of the year. But August is pending, and I do plan to get a lot read in August. But yeah, this one's on the radar, and I cannot wait to get into more. Tell me your favourite Lisa Jewell books. I've read quite a few, but I would like to see if there were any that are worth taking with me. But yeah, it's on the TBR. Now, the last book I am certain I'm going to try and pick up, that makes no sense, but you know what I mean, is I Spy by C.M. Ewan. Again, this is a Harrogate choice. You'll see the theme, guys. It pretty much is all Harrogate based apart from the arcs, but then, yeah. Anyway, this actually funny story. I saw this in Asda and was like, oh, I'm intrigued. I love the cover. I wanted to pick it up. Said, no, I haven't got room in my bookcase, Katie. You're going to have to wait. So then it actually came up on a 99p deal for May. So I bought it. And I've been thinking about reading it all of May. Haven't had time. So it's going on the June TBR. This is a Kindle copy. However, if I love it, I'll be buying a physical to take to Harrogate with me. Because C.M. Ewan is there, of course. Waiting for the Eurostar in Paris, Mark's 4-year-old daughter alerts him to a bad man during a game of I Spy. Things only get worse when Mark notices that the man is on their train with a suspicious-looking suitcase and he's sitting ominously close. With secrets unravelling from the past, can Mark piece together the jigsaw of his life in order to save his family, or will their journey come to a fatal end? This sounds like it should be fast-paced, so I am really looking forward to getting into it. I mean, Lee Child has rated it, Tim Weaver, I love Tim Weaver, Sharon Bolton. I am currently on a bit of a hype with Sharon Bolton, so authors I all enjoy reading, so hopefully I'll get into it. And again, there'll be a trophy copy coming out if I do. But yeah, I am excited to get stuck into that one, guys. I've kind of been itching to for a while, but other books are just taking premise at the moment. Now, this is a possibility, highly unlikely, because I think I've set myself too much of a challenge already, but I would really love to pick up the next book in the Washington Poe series, and that is The Curator by M.W. Craven. So Tilly and Poe are 2 of my favourite series characters. I inhaled the puppet show and rated it 5 stars. Black Summer was still good. It was 4 stars, but didn't quite hit me, and I just didn't get my Tilly fix that I needed. So I do want to pick up book 3. M.W. Craven is actually at Harrogate, so there's a strong possibility that I will be able to catch up with him, have a chat with him, and get a couple of his books. I'm hoping he's got some standalones because I don't like buying one in a series, but I do not have room for the series in my bookcase. So book 3, I mean, I've just started reading the blurb, guys, and already I'm like, yep, that's a bit of me. Nothing says Christmas like Severed Fingers. Literally screams my kind of book. The only thing is, do I want to be reading this in July? I'm going to have to because I'm obsessed with the series, but it's set in December. It's December and a serial killer is leaving body parts all over Cumbria, as you do. Called in to investigate, the NCA's Washington Poe and Tilly Bradshaw are faced with a case that makes no sense. Why were the victims killed in such different ways? Why is there only suspect denying what they can irrefutably prove, but admitting to things that they weren't even aware of? And what could the cryptic message leave at each scene? Because it's left a code. When a disgraced FBI agent gets in touch, things take an even darker turn because she doesn't think Poe is dealing with a serial killer at all. She thinks he's dealing with someone far, far worse, a man who calls himself the Curator. And if you think you know what's happening, you're exactly where he wants you to be. Guys, I'm gonna have to try and get this out of the library unless it comes on a 99p deal. That's the only thing. I don't own the books. I need to look into how much it would cost me to get the books because it might be that they go, I don't know where they're going to go. Oh, I need another bookcase, but I have no room. I need to move house. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, that's going to have to go on my TBR. Why did I do that to myself? Anyway, The Curator, book 3. If you haven't tried the Tilly and Poe series, please do, and please let me know your thoughts because I am obsessed. Now, the next little chatty bit we're going to do is I have a few book club books going in there just to tip me over the edge. So I actually subscribed to the lovely book marked by Chris, his book club, and that isn't getting dispatched, or it has been dispatched potentially by the time this goes out, but I'm not unboxing it until the 31st of May, so I cannot tell you what that book is until I've unlocked it because it is, all I can tell you is it's a crime thriller. and I know nothing more about it. It has told me I haven't read it. And so that will be going on my TBR. The other thing as well is I have my in-person book club. So we were due to meet last week at time of recording this. However, in fact, it wasn't last week, it was a few days ago. But it was 32 degrees here in the UK, and we all agreed that it would be far too busy and far too hot for us to meet anywhere. So we've pushed it back a week or two. However, that means I don't know what June's book is going to be, so we're going on a whim. And finally, I have my subscriber book club, which I currently don't know what the book is. We are voting as we speak. In fact, let me just get it up while I'm chatting to you. Oh, do I not have Patreon on here? Maybe I cannot. Oh, I don't have it on, so I can't tell you. Yeah, oh, I might be able to download it, I don't know. But yeah, so I think Our Infinite Fates is currently number 1, I think, at last time I checked. I'm hoping a few more votes will come in, so you'll have to wait till my wrap up to see what they are. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of outgoing book clubs to do. And I've also got a library book still sat on the edge, but I'm hoping I can get that in before the end of May, because I'm currently recording this just before the end of May. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to stop rambling out here. So there are other books that I'm going to have to read. So it might be that like I Spy goes on the back burner. The Curator goes on the back burner. To be honest, apart from the 2 arcs at the beginning, which I'm going to read first, as long as I read them before Harrogate, I'm not too stressed. So as much as I'm rambling at you right now, I'm not going to get myself stressed because I'm going to slump, and I have no breaks in June. I go back to work June 1st, and then I literally do not have a holiday in June. So I literally have my normal weekends. I don't think I have many plans. We have our anniversary, so I'm hoping I can knuckle down and read on the weekends and try and hope that this brighter weather and I can get some decent finishing times so that I can go and just read. Because guys, I don't know about anyone else, but work does ruin your reading experience. I was exhausted towards the end of term that I didn't pick up a book. I read like 20 pages a day because I'd read it while I was on the treadmill, or I'd read when I woke up because I got up early. But actually, I want to come home and get lost in a book, and I'm just too tired to. So your gal needs to prioritise reading in June. But yeah, I've rambled enough. That's my June TBR. So let me know in the comments. Which ones should I prioritise? Obviously, the arcs are getting prioritised first, but what else do you think I need to read next? And let me know, guys, what is your most anticipated read for June? What are you excited to pick up in June? And what are you going to be reading? And yeah, let me know if you loved any of these books. And thank you so much for just being here, guys. I am loving it. Would you believe I'm setting myself a goal of getting to 400 subscribers now, because the community already is building and I absolutely love it. I just want to be filming videos all the time. But unfortunately, your gal just does not have time to film as much as she wants to. But as I've said, I appreciate so much if you have stuck to the end. Drop your most anticipated read for June in the comments, and drop a little heart emoji if you want to too. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will most definitely catch you all on the next video. Lots of love.